Um, Welcome everyone to our weekly game of Hoard the Dragon Queen. Um, Tales of whatever the hell that we're doing. And this week we are going to focus mainly on our lovely Dragonborn fighter, um, Silver Scales, where in our last session went off to do his own thing. Um, so let's pick up where the few minutes before um, everyone grouped up outside of the um, little tavern. Let's see. Um, yeah. Archen, what are you currently doing? Since you just left the tavern before everyone else at this current moment.
Well, Arch, excuse, if I remember, tavern are all staying at the one we got here on the Roll 20 map, the right there, square off Trader's Way, just.
That is a magical shop, but I believe we agreed that would be
Okay,
around
okay,
somewhere around there.
okay, got it. Yeah. So, after so to every duck ducked out of the tap, headed off, probably somewhere in the south, where tried to meet up with some for other former mercenaries that because he's information trying to find a number of questions that have been crossed. What sense the greenest in
All right. Roll me an insight check
okay,
and a perception check.
okay, insight. Supposed to be good at that. The same type. Oh, oh no.
Yeah.
The perception, not so much. Insight,
Which
yeah,
you lack in perception and you make up for it in insight.
yeah, yeah.
um. So you,
Uh,
so you would know that the group of your colleagues have three places that they normally go to when they are traveling to Waterdeep. However,
okay,
it's been, you know, quite a bit since you've been to any of them, so you might need some assistance since you are clearly roaming around each byway, sideways, upside down. You're unexpectedly entering an exit in a cave that suddenly appears.
I didn't know that Waterdeep was an MC Escher painting.
Yeah, suddenly it turns into an Hammer Pants song combined with an MC painting, which is all sorts of weird. And but yeah, you are clearly lost, and you travel around for about a good 40 minutes before you stop and look in front of a map, which is what you're currently looking at right in front of you. And you can re-roll your perception check with advantage now to see if you can figure out on the map. Okay, yeah, you're able to figure out that
There we
um um that one of the taverns. By the way, you are currently on or around the I had like a little air bubble. Um, you're currently in the street of mediocrity, which is right here.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, I'm so sorry. I'm late. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. It's don't worry. If you need to, hop off anytime, I don't blame you. You warned us ahead of time, so I don't
I
blame the.
did. I did. I didn't get to sleep until my time 10 o'clock this morning.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, like so. If you honestly need to hop on off, I do
No,
not
it's
blame
fine
you.
now. No, I'm good. I need to not be asleep anymore.
Yeah, but make sure that your health comes before this. I do
I
not
know,
blame
I
you.
know. I'm very sorry for being late.
It's completely fine. I do not I don't mind you not being here on time. It's just
Oh, did we start an hour late? Then
yeah,
I'm only half an hour late.
yeah.
And not
Yeah.
hour and
Like
a half.
we just started, so
barely started. Yeah.
yeah, we barely started. So do not worry.
Oh, I'm actually thankful for that.
Yeah, we just want to make sure you get enough sleep.
No. Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Just make sure that you get everything set up. I'm just starting on our Chancellor Adventure side thing
Yes,
from last little session.
from
Um,
last session. Okay.
so yeah, you are currently on the street of mediocrity right now, Archen, and you would know that the first tavern will be right up here on the Work Dog Alley, right up here. That's where more of the upper like generals, um, the officers, get more of their high end stuff. You would recognize that the second tavern um, is right on the right about here on the Zindor Street, right about in the corner, where more of the people, you know, on your level of uh, office will be going. It's not the nicest variety of stuff, but it's pretty good crumb. And then, lastly, for the more lower end people, what they um yeah, it's the more the lower end stuff that they will get is right here between 3 to 4 places you don't know for certain, but it's in this little corner alley between the Seldom and Slow Down and Sheldale Street. You can go to any three of them to pick up or meet up with anyone.
Sorry about that. I am back. I was pulled away by family.
It's all good.
Hey, it's all good.
Or
Your mech is starting to cut out again.
there we go. How's that?
Good.
Okay. I was hoping, third time. I was hoping that third time would charm with my blue the headphones, but okay. So Arshan would definitely not go, not without an invitation. I should say he would not go without an invitation where the office, since he was himself more of an NCO. So I think he would start there, try and meet with maybe some of his old, see if there's anyone from his time in water, as well as others from various companies, mercenaries. On, I think it was Zinther Street, you said?
Um.
Yeah, basically the second one. It was
Yeah,
the
yeah.
second one where you said, mercenaries, of comparable rank to Archan.
Yeah. I believe I did say it was. Honestly, I. Oh yeah, it's like right here. I believe is what I said.
Oh, Zen. Ex-
And then the third one would be in the.
yeah, right there. Hold down. So right there.
Yeah. So it's quite a bit away, but I would say that you can make it within closing time of the tavern if you decide to walk on down that way.
Yeah. Yeah, he would go to Zendolf's,
All right.
start there.
As you
He
walk up,
also, assuming especially that there were more, he'd be able to glean more information from fellow NCOs than he would enlisted soldiers.
all right. So you walk up to this tavern, and you recognize that it sort of changed the name of the tavern from what you used to remember, and it's now under uh, the Tao of the Flaming Fists and Brewery, which seems kind of off, but it is sort of fitting with what's happening around Waterdeep at the current moment, with the whole festival of Fireclock. And you hear the normal clanking of things, and looking through the windows, you do recognize that there are some recognizable faces with and some unrecognizable, but it's from the same mercenary group that you worked with before.
Yeah. And I imagine Arshan, as a mercenary veteran, yeah, he would know the Flaming Fists as a from
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Baldur's Gate to really, yeah,
Yeah, that's why it seemed
yeah,
a little bit off with what
yeah.
but yeah, it does fit in with what's happening.
Okay.
And
Yeah, he would walk in. He would walk in. I mean, he's got his. I think as we've talked about before, over his chain. He's wearing chainmail, but then has probably a simple cloth tabard over top of that, in lieu of a belt. Aside from to, shall we say, holster his axe, he wears as a sash, stained, tattered banner the company that he served with for leave, though, which would have had, you know, would be recognized flaming fists, and he would have probably still some mark state of his rank that he still wear, probably on the tabard itself. That way, they would know as soon as he walked in, he was essentially an.
Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, as you enter on in, you recognize that some the patrons there are a little bit rowdy, and but none of them are really particular with looking at you at the current moment. And the barkeep behind the thing, the um counter, like looks up and say, welcome on in. I see that you look familiar. Hmm. Where have I seen you before?
Well, the name is Archan Silverscale. Archan, yep, would be my. I once served alongside the Flaming Fist as a mercenary. Perhaps that's when, about, I'd say, go 5, 6 ago.
Hmm. I see. I see. Well, come on in. Come on in. Sit down. I'll grab you some grub. Is there anything
Yes,
that
at that.
I can help you out with?
Well, I think breakfast start, and then maybe assuming that I'm not, I don't.
Your mech is out again. Woo!
Yeah, seriously,
It's just like our channel. Well, then,
is that a little better?
yeah,
Okay, there we go. I swear, this is going to be the bane of our day.
yeah.
Um, anyway, no, Archan just said, I don't know how much. Uh, he was like, yeah, bite to eat breakfast, great, and then perhaps chat a bit, assuming I'm not taking you from.
Oh no, no, not at all.
I'm
Well,
guessing, he. Oh, sorry.
well, what do you need, like, to talk about? I have a few minutes between handle these ruffians and, you know, these some new found knowledge.
Well, I've been on the road. It's been a while. Involved any of, but I was hoping to find some info from you or anyone else
I heard my.
concerning in.
Go on,
Oh,
go on.
concerning an incident, Greenup, about a week, maybe half.
Hmm. Hmm.
There was another mercenary company supposed to have been there. Another one I served, but other than one soldier.
Well, I heard some troubling news over the um few past week concerning multiple people, both from Greenest and Baldur's Gate. Heard a lot of refugees from both places are heading towards there, turn towards Boulder Gate and here. All I really know at the moment that I'm willing to share is that they might be heading off. Some of the men, some of the higher ups from both both the Flaming Fist and your company, um, from the tavern. And he points upwards, and you will know exactly where. From that tavern, um, like some of the higher ups from the those two mercenary groups have been spotted there and over the week, so they might be a little more sharing with information. But all I know at the current moment is that some of the survivors of your mercenary group have been, let's say, not been worse for wear. Worse for wear is the best, you know, situation for you.
Well, I was myself, not with my old, but I was there. The dragon.
Oh, oh, really?
Yes,
Then,
I and a friend were there.
well, let's just say, let me grab you something. As you see
Thank
that he rushes off in the back room, and you hear banging of the pans, some cracked eggs, and only the sounds of a badger, a cuckoo clock, and a elephant are all happening behind there for unexplained reasons. As
Yeah. If Archan had eyebrows, one of them would probably go up doing the Spock look.
and you see him rush on out. By the way, he is a half orc. Um,
That
so
was a good question.
yeah,
Did was
uh,
it because, oh, sorry, go ahead.
um, yeah, he's a half orc, and roughly around your height, Archan, and he comes on back, and he, I know I'm not supposed to share stuff that my patrons have left behind, but uh, I believe this might be of some use to you. And he hands you three letters, all you would recognize from as official documentation from your mercenary group, like just, some knowledge from the surrounding area, some updates, gold, investments, budgets, anything in between, birthday cards, like as and it has the stamp of approval of your mercenary group, so you know that he's not pulling your leg.
Yeah. Okay. I think Archan would take the letter. Say thank you.
Yeah,
Far more helpful than you realize. I don't believe I caught your name.
I
Again,
am
I'm Arch.
I hate to share my name, but it's Bumgloss Clock. Yes, laugh. As you hear
Yeah.
more of the smaller patrons in the group in the tavern, mainly two goblins and a kobold, giggle at the name of Bum, as it is a pretty stupid name. However,
I'm into it.
But in all seriousness, though, you do hear that like if there's anything else that comes up, feel free to come back here, and I will more gladly share that information with you. What um what's your name, by the way?
Archan. Archan Silver Scale.
All right.
For obvious reasons, holds up one silver scaled hand.
I I see where it comes from. As he gives off a
Yeah.
little laugh, and
My company.
but
I was gonna say I didn't cut out again, did I?
yep,
Uh, I swear there were no issues last week. Can you hear? How about now?
yeah,
Is
yeah,
that a
yeah,
little better?
yep.
Okay. I just got a new phone and that's what I'm using while we stream. So,
It's all good.
uh, anyway, he Archan just said, yeah, my company mates weren't the most creative when it came to. I'm afraid.
And unfortunately, my parents have not been so kind with mine, as you can obviously tell.
Well, I will thank you. What it's for what you've given today for the information,
Anytime.
and I will be sure to contact you again if I have any further need. I will do what I can to give. I don't any position I wish to.
You're more than happy to come on back here if need be.
Thank you. And with that, Archan would probably reach out his hand and do the forearm to offer the clap forearm shake.
And roll me. Actually, you know what? I am going to do something. Okay, so
And then
he reaches out, looking down at your hand. He obviously seems a little bit confused with what you're doing. So he does bumps, fist bumps your hand. And anytime, anytime.
and with that, would Archan know if he realized if he had made a faux pas, as if he went to shake his hand or went to thank him in such a way that wasn't the most appropriate for the flaming fist?
Um, it's like you would recognize at this tavern. There's a whole variety of mercenary groups, and you see that they're doing whatever they want.
Yeah.
And so, like at this tavern, you don't honestly have to keep up with the sticklers of society within
Okay.
the mercenary culture. Whereas, like, you can just sit down, drink as much as you want with your mates from different mercenary groups, and
Oh,
don't have to worry about having to keep up appearances. And that's for any of the taverns that I mentioned, where like you don't have to keep up with any sort of
yeah.
traditional of like
Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah. So most all the taverns that that Archan is aware of are ten in established. They're not specifically the other.
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
that
It's more
okay?
like, hey, this place is primarily for mercenary groups, but as long as you don't treat other mercenary groups like dicks, you're more than welcome to
Yeah.
come here.
Okay.
Yeah, like you would know that the rules of each uh, establishment is like primarily just a few. For example, like don't take out your weapons if you see a mercenary group and that like you recently took fight against, and don't be
Yeah.
dicks. This you're
It's
all
it's neutral ground.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
neutral
These are
grounds where we are meant to just give you guys drinks and that's it.
if you're chill, we'll be chill. But if
Like if things
okay,
start to go south, you're going to be banned from not only this tavern but the rest of them because
the
they do
yeah.
keep like a tight lip conversation between each tavern, knowing that you know if this happens here, most likely things will might
There,
escalate elsewhere in the taverns. So if things go,
okay. Well, and I imagine then, Arch, as they were talking, the bartender, the bartender brought out, we gave him a mug of ale
yep,
or some, whatever the beverage of choice.
uh,
Archan would be able, as they were probably, I'm guessing maybe a silver's worth, you
eh,
know, basically not too expensive, all things considered.
yeah, yeah. You definitely get your fill of milk ale, which is
Okay,
not good, but obviously considering this place, it's not the
better than
worst thing on
better
the
than
menu.
be, better than what the enlisted soldiers.
Yeah,
Uh, well, just as an idea, so probably one or two silver would be the cost at most. Cost
yeah, yeah.
eight.
One silver things of worth of
Okay.
like a good, very good history, like dwarf sized drink.
Well, Archcan would probably with the fist bump, he would take the mug of ale in his other hand, throw it to his coin purse, and pull out a one gold, and put it down and say, "Thank. I'll certainly be back."
All right. Um, is there anything else that I can do before you head out? You want me to put up a thing on the bulletin board if you need, someone to look into this for you?
Not now, no, but I will certainly bear that. If any, I'm going to seek out, and I will.
All right.
Say with that RJ nod again, kind of give him a nod, head out.
All right. Um, you're heading back to the group, correct?
Well, he'd probably stop, just kind of face palm a little bit, rubbing his eyebrow, thinking, how am I gonna get in, speak with the off? And then the light bulb goes on, or in this case, considering the level of technology, the candle above his is lit. Eleanor, and he heads back.
All right. So you head back to the group. Um, so what is everyone currently up to? Because this is exactly where we left off last session.
Harker
Where
is currently at a fountain bapping a leaf around.
Is it the next day after the big shakeup at the tavern?
yeah. This is Oh, it's both more like right after the thing, and then the morning of, iffy with the time thing, but I would
Wait,
say
so is it the next day or is it not the next day? I need to know.
it is currently the
Because
next day.
okay, because
Yeah.
the murder at the tavern happened in the evening with an evening performance.
Yeah.
So it's the next day. Okay.
Yeah.
Then I need to go get my badger.
All right.
And I was gonna have our Chen go with me, but if he's not around, I think Winley doesn't know whether or not. Like, he left in the morning, or
Okay. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's right, because you joined in after that. So Arjan would have excused himself, I think, in the evening and went out to find some of his to try and reach out to some of his old contacts from the various mercenary companies he served with or
so
served
that was in the evening.
alongside.
Okay, so during the
Yeah.
day, Wenley went to go get her badger. So I guess
No,
we don't have to play that.
oh,
yeah.
if you
Well,
want.
oh, so I guess maybe that does raise a question. When Arjan ducked out, was it the evening? Because just the bartender offered him breakfast. At least that's how I understood. So was he out on? Was I think at least how I understood it, Arjan was out all night
Yeah.
trying to find, trying to reach it. So it's the following morning. He's coming back
Yeah.
and would meet everybody back at the tavern.
Yep. You're.
Wait, did you excuse yourself immediately after the murder at the tavern, or are we talking about he excused himself the next evening?
No, I
So
believe
that all night.
like after the murder thing, I think is what.
Oh, immediately after
Yeah,
the murder.
like the end of last session sort
And
of
then you were
thing. I mean,
gone
he was
all
there.
night. Okay, so
Yeah.
it's the next morning.
Yeah, it's next morning.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Sorry. Time, I usually don't care about time, but
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I have to.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Sometimes I have to. Okay. So then when Leah is waking up, she's gotten used to sleeping next to a space heater named Archan, keeping her nice and warm. So she's a little fussy this morning, having to wash her face in the cold water from the basin, and without a space heater keeping her warm all night. So she's a little fussy, and she still has sleep in her eyes, and her eyes are still puffy, and she's in her shift wandering around looking for Archa. And the rest of you can introduce yourselves too. I'm sorry. I got carried away. Sorry.
Yeah, what?
Eleonora is kind of coming downstairs, dressed a little more practically for the day, with her freshly attuned cloak of protection on.
Ooh.
So coming down there with just kind of like a cup of tea in her hand, because she has the ability to make tea in her room because higher accommodations.
Nice.
All right, what's done? Our local chaotic Cobalt doing?
He's still at the fountain, entranced by a leaf.
Aww. What a cutie pie.
All right, I'll get back to our Cobalt in just a second because I have an idea if we don't go anywhere else with that leaf. And what is our human up to at the current moment?
Well, I was just trying to pick out a weapon, and so that I could get and trying to get something, and that's magical or can enhance my current longsword.
Yeah, but in the morning you just woke up with everyone else. So, like, are you currently out at the moment?
As of right now, oh, I'm just trying to get myself situated for the day. I walk around town. Of course, as I'm already said at the tavern.
All right. So, all right. Um, Harky,
Yes.
roll me a fate roll.
What?
31.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
um,
I don't like that laugh.
Harky, as you look at this little leaf in the pond, um, you see that it's slowly starting to float towards you, and once it reaches the end of the pond, the end of it, the little tail end where like this thing connects to the leaf connects to the tree, it sprouts another little stem, hops on up, and starts running.
Harky is utterly confused, but he'll chase it.
Okay, let's see. One, two, huh? And slash R on D100. Okay, um, so you see that the leaf is starting to run towards
What?
where where the rest of the group is going. Is
What
currently.
is fuckery?
However, you're able with since Harky is a wild magic sorcerer, I would say that you can recognize that this is no wild magic surged event, and that someone is currently in control of this little thing.
Witchcraft.
And roll me a perception check. Ten. Okay. As you're running towards this leaf, you're far away from where the original pond is at. However, you hear a very loud scream followed by some popping sounds, some unrecognizable popping sounds in the background, where the pond is at. As you see that your big dragon friend is slowly walking towards the tavern as well.
Oh no!
Harky will poke Archan in the side and it's just like, hey, pond.
What?
Oh,
Something's
Harky?
going on at the pond.
What pond? What?
And Harky just runs off.
Oh, crap.
oh, we were on Harky. When you said big dragon friend, I thought compared to Archan and big dragon.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, be like, oh crap, there's a blue dragon attacking.
No, there were 10 million blue dragons flying
No.
towards our location.
God.
Another retcon universe where they burned down
Yeah.
the whole city.
I just misunderstood. Please.
Next thing we know, everyone looks up and there's a blue dragon alighting upon Mount Waterdeep. Ah, crap.
Oh shit!
Am
Like,
am I doing this correctly? There's a blue dragon flying overhead.
no.
No. Yeah,
It's a joke. It's a
yeah,
joke universe of like. Usually, there's a chance
yeah,
of.
I was
yeah,
thinking, oh shit.
yeah.
I thought
No.
there was a
Yeah,
dragon.
yeah. No, this is something that Caster and Iona, and I don't think Eleonora even knows that Arshan is the vassal as of as of the greenest incident at the start of the campaign. Archan is the vassal of the Blue Dragon Lenithon.
Meaning,
It's basically that they're.
Meaning,
Go on.
yeah, basically, I serve them, but they're willing to come and help us if need.
Short use
Yeah,
dragon,
yeah.
bitch.
Yep. So, but I think so. As soon as Harky ran off toward the pond, Archan, who's he's been up all night, wandering around the city, trying to find people that find his old contact. Just kind of hunches shoulders, and then would probably, as Harky's skittering off, I imagine, he's got short legs. Archan would just, lope behind him like a gazelle, if you will. Just take these big long strides and catch up to Harky, and then start walking
All
to
right.
keep up with him.
Um.
He'd be power walking, keeping up with Harky. Be like, "What's going on?"
All right. I assume that. Actually, roll. Harky and Silver Skull. Roll me initiative, but you're not going to go into a fight.
You never
Okay.
tell your characters if they're.
Mm. Well, if anything, I got a
How's
3.
that feel?
Yeah, I know.
Harky.
Right? I think that's the worst initiative I've rolled. But I just saw yours.
Yeah, like
Wow. Okay. Yes.
oh, Lord and Lou.
let's just
Well,
say.
it makes sense. I mean, I guess it makes sense. Archan has no idea what's going on. Is this Harky's usual? This is probably connected to something Harky did. What did he blow up this time?
Yeah. So yeah, I was about to say, Harky, you got there first, and in this big area with the fountain, you see that there's this old-looking man standing right next to a body.
Oh no!
However, Harky, like how do you who had saw the hole in the chest from that dead actor? Did
I did. I know I did because I
Yeah.
think I was the first one to identify that it was bludgeoning and not digging
Yeah.
or stabbing.
And then I think Archan would have seen it. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Remember right, Eleonora and Archen did most of the detective work with body,
Yeah.
and they both put together different aspects of it.
all right.
Yeah, I think Archan's one who identified the implement. He's like, yeah, this is. Yep, that fits. That fits.
All right.
The damage done.
So,
Sorry to interrupt. I have to go for a second.
all right. So, yeah, as you walk up to this very weird stain, Archen, you would recognize that this huge hole, that the body that's currently laying on the ground uh, has the same hole as the that body on the plate had. It's like the same sort of size, the same sort of um like it. Other than being a completely different person, it looks
Mhm.
like the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Oh no!
I think as soon as Archen sees this, he would probably put a hand on his, his shield's on his back. He would put a hand on his axe and just start looking, trying to see. So there's just this old man sitting next to the body. You said
I'm currently standing next to the body, looking straight.
standing,
Um,
and he doesn't appear to have anything in his hands or on his, such as said implement from the
um, roll me a perception.
help. Hopefully, I do a better job than last time. Or, well, the first time, rather, since last time. 16.
Um, you are able to recognize that the weapon in question, um, um, is currently right on the ground next to the wizard, like laying on the ground.
Okay, next to the body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. How close is it to this older man or person? You said I'm assuming you said wizard. Do I know? Does Archan know that it's a wizard? Or
Um,
does he just see, or is he just seeing an older human, excuse me.
uh, with his outfit.
Actually,
Go,
I was gonna say I even just assumed it's a human. It could be a half elf, could be an elf.
um, with your 16 perception, I would say that, like, the outfit, of course, makes, like, you would recognize that he is a wizard.
Okay.
Like, there's no need to roll for perception with that.
Okay.
However, you would do recognize that he is older male, like a human, older human. You
Okay.
would say that he is currently in his later 70s, maybe 80s, with his appearance. Like, certainly not, too old, but he's currently, you can only see a portion of his face. And you do recognize, from some facial stuff that, you know, mm,
Yeah, I was actually just about to ask, is this way? Because as again, Archan being familiar with being somewhat familiar with Waterdeep, the laws and governance of Waterdeep, as soon as he saw an older male wizard, I think he would try to get a look at the face to deter if it's one of the lords of Waterdeep,
okay,
who tend to keep their faces covered.
roll me an insight check.
Okay. Yeah. I may have done a little bit of research after the last 17 after the last session to actually get to know the code legal and
Alright.
so 17 insight.
With your 17 insight, oh, go on if you need, um,
No. You're fine. You're fine. That was yeah. Just the player spouting off nonsense about the research he did over the last week. So yeah, 17 insight. What does Archan know?
you recognize that this is not, um, a lord of, Waterdeep. Actually,
Okay.
not even a person from around here. With your 17, you would recognize this man as Elminster Amor, and that's Aumar for the last name.
You said Elminster?
Yeah,
Fucking Elminster.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was getting I was my phone going off with something else, so I had to quickly send. Okay, Amor. Oh,
as you see that.
and okay, so I reckon.
Yep, you recognize that this man is the most famous wizard of all time. A very powerful one from Shadowdale, which is
Yeah.
somewhere around Faerun, maybe up, um, more upwards than where he's normally kept. But stories of him have been spread throughout all of Faerun, especially with Waterdeep, with some of his more shenanigan situations. Perfect timing.
Yeah. Yeah. I think upon recognizing who it is, upon recognizing who it is, Archan would probably, almost as an act of, as an act of, or maybe not reverence. Probably isn't best as an act of deference toward him.
All right. Let me roll an insight.
And he would have taken his hand immediately away from his axe.
All right.
He's not going anywhere near any weapons. It's like not even touching his shield. He's just dropping to a knee and probably putting a fist on the ground.
He's
The
like,
fist that was probably handling his axe is on the ground.
all right. So he
Woohoo!
he he was able to after thoroughly looking at the thing, the body, he sees that you that both the little cobalt and the big dragonborn are currently looking at him, and the big dragonborn is looking, is bowing towards him at the current moment. It's like, oh, yeah, and like he lets out some smoke out of his mouth, like, hello there, um, what a predicament we are all in. Do you mind, both of you coming over here for a second? You guys might be of some help with me.
And Harky is utterly flabbergasted.
Archan would say, probably eyes cast down. Of what assistance can we provide, Master Wizard?
Ooh, I see that you recognize my name. Well, you see, I happen to, well, given our little cobalt friend here some, mischief with a little leaf.
Harky snickers.
Haven't caught Leaf yet. Will though. Haven't caught yet.
Well, he should be somewhere around here. So I'm more than certain that you're able to catch him. And, but, it's like, but the fact of the matter is, at the current moment, we have a murder. You see, I heard tale of this happening at the tavern down, down south, and I would say that, you guys are currently located right about here.
Hmm.
And, and he's obviously pointing down to where um, you and everyone else have um, recently discovered of what's happening with that weapon that killed that actor on stage. Like, I heard tell of something of this happening down at a tavern in the past day, which is quite peculiar. Which I recognize this weapon right here, a being of somewhere around my area, and I came here as soon as possible to see if I can, you know, identify this being stolen from my vast variety of magical items in my library nearby.
Stolen from your treasury. When was it stolen?
Well, let's see. This was about I don't know, a week ago, ish. You know, like when that major, let's say, attack at Greenest happened, roughly around then. Because I know that I had a place there where, um, I had an almost identical thing, um, item. This beast destroyed, and it just everything else there was pretty much safe, other than this item. So,
Hmm.
Must have a death wish steal from you.
oh, of course, whoever took these will definitely be repaying me.
If it helps, was it invisible person slash cross harky face with dagger, and then a bigger invisible person saying, "Do not get involved."
Well, possibly. I don't know. I've been up dealing with let's say some friends doing some services as he big air quotes um like when he says services as he grins smiley as he puffs out of his wooden, you know, I'm forgetting the name of it, one pipe.
Uh, yeah. And have I'd say have the others come up to join Harky and Archan at this?
um I would say that
Because I think when Wenley was coming out of the body,
What was I
I don't know,
doing?
was Nor. Oh, I thought Wenley was coming up behind Archan and Harky as well and saw the body. So I was wondering if she and if
Sure,
Nora
okay.
were there,
Okay.
coming
Yeah,
up behind us too and hearing.
Yeah, it'd be fair to say Eleanor is out and about and would inevitably stumble upon this crime
Yeah.
scene. Look at the dead body down there and be like, "Well, that looks disturbingly familiar."
yeah, I would say that you guys from your inn, I would say you are either able to hear some reports of a murder that took
Mm-hmm.
place near um, uh, nearby, and you would recognize that some reports say that there is currently an elderly wizard and dragonborn fighter and what seems to be a smaller dragonborn um, holding a stick. or something.
Well, do they know that it's a murder or do they die?
Uh, they know that it was a murder because at this
Okay.
point, people word has went around that there was a murder that happened at the tavern that you guys were just at the night before.
Okay.
So it's like it was seemingly the same sort of situations where you know, hey, this happened before, and yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, are you guys? I know that Eleanor is currently hearing and seeing, and then I don't know about the rest of you.
Um, I was looking for Archan, so when I find him,
Yeah, you guys, with the reports in hand, you are able to walk down to where the murder scene is because the details of the Dragonborn, from what they told you,
hmm
uh, was pretty accurate with the details of what Archan looked like.
hmm
So yeah, all able to head on down. It's like, oh, and the older man's like, oh, I see that you have a little group, and he turns toward Ellie Winley and like, hmm,
yes,
haven't I seen you before?
have you? Hello.
Hello there. Weren't you a part of that what were they called? I don't.
Yes, I was. I'm not with him anymore.
Oh, I see. Well, anyway, thank you all for coming. You see, I just came in, and he goes on and explain like, I'm looking for whoever took these items. You see, they are from my personal library of magical items, and I would like to employ you all into helping me assist in finding the people who took it. And I know I didn't get into the details of the body, but at this point, Archan, you would recognize this man as being someone um from your mercenary group.
What? Hmm.
Oh wait, somebody else has come up. You mean?
Yeah, the dead body laying on the
Or
ground.
no, the dead body.
Yeah,
The body
this
is
body.
someone from my group.
Yeah, someone
Okay.
from your own group, military group, or mercenary. Yeah,
Okay.
you um are able to recognize that the body that's currently laying on the ground is from your group. Obviously, the bruising and beating on the body makes it a little hard to get details from, but obviously the crust on the chest, you're able to recognize that they are from your thing, from your group. And
Pardon me, sir, but how did you come to have such a weapon in your personal library?
well, you see, I've been collecting some different weapons, and some of them have been from uh uh let's say a power of above. Um Specifically, let's say, someone who's more for justice. So, I've been trying to safekeep them from, some grubby hands, let's say.
Upon recognizing the person, the victim, everyone would probably hear a low rumble or almost a growl from Arjhan's throat. And then while he's doing that, it would become almost like a hiss as his lips would part and he would bare his teeth and say to the wizard, obviously you failed at that
Oh, of
because they
course.
have them. And you said weapons. How many are there?
Well, let's see. There's the one in greenest, the one from this one, which is currently in the possession of the guards, as the report said last night. Um, let's see. There's the one that I personally have at home, which is, as I remember, is currently safe and sound. But I sent off my owl to make sure the people there are protecting it double down. And I believe that's it.
Eleanor is just kind of silently cataloging all this in her head because this is falling in line with what Officer Brandt had asked them to do.
And I did recognize that a cloak of invincibility has been also stolen. Actually, in fact, 5 of them. So,
Well, that would
Five
certainly
cloaks.
explain the invisibility of the assassin that we caught at the tavern last night.
who? May, do you mind showing me off to where, that the man is currently holed up at? Because, let's say, I have some choice words with him at the current moment.
If you mean the assassin that was stopped last night, should be also in the hands of the gods, along with one of your weapons.
And
Alright.
since you said that there are only the three, the one which disappeared from Greenus, the one we found last night, and apparently one that is supposed to still be in your possession.
Yep.
And then he would point, and then Archan would point at the weapon laying on the ground next to the body. Something tells me that's probably the one either from your collection that's supposed to be in your possession, or that's the one from Greenus.
Oh no, the
May
one
I
from.
suggest you take it
Yep, I'm
as
about.
we go to the guards?
Yep, that's what I'm about to do. As he rubs both, he puts down his staff, rubs both hands, and just touches it, and it
Harky takes cover.
as it just and poofs away into like it. You know the particles of effects from Thor Ragnarok when he's going through that portal sort of thing. That's basically what is happening with the item. And it just zooms back to his little stand. Like I know for a
Yeah.
fact that the one in my stead is perfectly safe. No one can be able to go in or out unless with my own personal permission. Because I put a lot of magical locks onto the thing. So unless they have the magical abilities that I do, I highly doubt that they are able to get on in.
Well, if we consider the fact that there's someone who assassinated someone here, there was an assassin last night, we can reasonably presume that there's some kind of organization going on with these killings, that these killings are not random. If that's the case, then it is also reasonable to assume that there might be someone with the magical prowess to be able to steal these from your collection.
That's what I want to get down and figure out. Would you guys mind coming with me as to figure this little mystery out?
Actually, count me out on this little thing. And for now, I'm going to see if I can and ask around town.
All right.
Harky is going to come out from cover and check if he has all of his limbs. Confident he does, he fully emerges.
And he nods towards Custer, and he walks up to the rest of you, puts his finger on the top of each of your head.
Wait.
Hmm?
Or that would be Archan saying wait. And then he would crouch down next to the body, and if the eyes are still open, he would close the eyes and then grasp one of their hands tightly.
All right. As you grasp,
and whisper. Oh, sorry.
No,
go ahead.
Go on. Finish this. I'll continue.
He will whisper, "I will find who did this, my friend."
All right.
And then let go of the hand and stand back up.
All right. Inside his hand, as you grasp it tightly, you're able. Roll me a 1d10.
Crud. I did that backwards. I think.
He rolled 10d1, didn't he?
Oh!
Yeah. No, I the backslash, I flipped it. So,
right.
rolled a 1.
Okay, without one, you're able to, inside of his hand, you recognize that, this fellow mercenary was able to rip something off this person's body. And it looks like a little bitty beholder's thing. Little beholder icon. And it's like what you normally would put around your neck or tie around your arm if you're a part of an organized crime crime member.
Okay. Archan would, upon seeing that, as he was standing up, would pocket it. Probably as surreptitiously as possible.
Alright.
So if you want me to roll a sleight of hand or anything for that, I can.
Do it.
Nope. No. Everybody saw it.
People in your immediate area. So it's basically the whole group plus the mage wizard. So, but not really anyone else saw what just happened.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. We hear you.
Now we can.
Yeah.
And now we do.
Oh my god, I've been talking this whole time.
Oh, so sorry. Yeah. No.
I'm frustrated. I was like, why is everyone ignoring me?
We never tried to do that.
That's okay, because I also blew my nose really loud, so I'm not heartbroken that you couldn't hear that. So the minute Archan stands back up, Wenli will move forward to comfort him, and she'll take his hand and, just like snuggle up to his side and say, I'm so sorry. You knew that fellow, didn't you?
Yes,
Now,
we
both of us,
served.
you served together, right?
Yes, in the last campaign before I left that life.
Oh dear. Well, now both of us have lost a friend to this horrible device. I don't understand, though, what connects them. A mercenary and an actor? I knew him. He didn't go about making enemies. Maybe, poked fun at a few powerful people, but we all do a bit of that.
And my friend was, shall we say, someone who, when you lived the life that we did, made plenty of enemies.
Yes. Oh, I don't know. But I'm sorry.
Neat.
We'll get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
Are you all ready to go? We have a
Hark,
meeting. Oh, go on.
you want to make whoever did this explode.
Well, don't worry. I believe I have a lead. As he continues typing on each person's head. Again, doing the same method as before with
He's tapping on our head?
Yep. And then
Okay.
Well, as I have said earlier, I'm gonna stay behind and ask around town.
all right.
And in my mind, I'm thinking, I really don't trust this guy. I think I better do some exploring on my own.
All right. As he goes over you, host, and then he does the same thing of a clap, clap, and then oh, before I forget, but he gets cut off as you guys bloop your way through, and all suddenly appear right in um inside a large underground system.
What?
He's
So he
immediately
just
going to check for all of his limbs and check for everybody else's limbs.
did he tell us he was gonna do this?
Nope.
Nope. He did not tell you exactly what.
So without our knowledge or consent, he just transported us?
Yeah.
Holy shit, fucking wizards. Instantly, Wenli starts shouting and she goes, Oi, what have you done? What sort of a thing is that to do?
And
And she's just like super mad.
and
Out of curiosity, is
Well, I'm glad I
Arjan?
go with the rest of you.
Out of curiosity, is Arjan the type of dragonborn to have a tail?
Yes.
Harky's immediately gonna freak out. Ah! New limb! Ah! Oh wait,
Always had that. Never mind.
what did you say, host?
I said, well, I am so glad that I did not go with the rest of the group.
And you hear another right behind Winley. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. I did not mean to do that. It's just I thought that you guys might be of some help to me.
Oh, so just because we might be of help to you, you just thought to do whatever you liked with us with no consent to what we might want or need to do. I see how it is. Wizards.
Don't forget also the risk of growing extra limbs.
Oh,
Teleportation is weird.
I know, but it might be of some funny things later on. I heard of tales of someone growing two twin sets of tails on their back. Fun times, fun times. Not for the person, of course, but always it
Well,
was a fun thing having them have tails.
well, magical mishaps notwithstanding, I do concur with Winley in that a little forewarning might be necessary in the future.
Oh,
Yeah.
trust me. You guys will be safe around me. Let's get on down this thing. I think.
How am I
No,
supposed to
no, no,
trust
no,
you
no.
if you won't give me the common courtesy of a forewarning before you teleport me without my consent?
Exactly. We can't trust you. And you've just assumed that we're going to help you without asking us or offering us any sort of reward. I had things I needed to do this morning.
Oh, you mean your badger? Well,
My badger.
oh, do you want him right now?
She's in police custody. I have to go find her. She must be scared as anything.
Just as well, I kind of wanted
Teleportation.
to catch up with Officer Brandt on this too, since the streams are crossing here.
Oh, all right. As he taps each one of you again, and he's well,
Ah! Ah! Ah!
And,
well,
and right before they teleport, she's like, "Wait a minute, are you doing the thing again?"
no, like he hadn't not clapped yet. Like, be warned, I am teleporting you to the police office. Are you guys fine with that?
Yes,
I
this time.
appreciate the forewarning.
All right
Um,
then.
as for me, yeah, I'm stepping away from the group of and the wizard himself.
Don't worry, you're not with the group. You're
Yeah.
currently still near the pond, and
Okay, and it's right near the dead body as well, right?
yep. But
Okay.
at the current moment, guards are currently pushing away people, as this is currently now still an active
A
crime
crime
scene.
scene.
Help!
Yeah.
Help! Help! I'm being repressed.
Yeah. Saucy tarts handing out knives.
Watching Todd's Lava Scimitar at me.
Thank you.
Oh my god.
Oh dear.
Silly.
I think while all of this is happening between Elminster, Wenley, and Nora, Archan is just quietly strapping his shield onto his left arm and drawing his battle axe.
Oh
Just
boy.
waiting.
And
He doesn't know where they're at. He doesn't know what's coming. But he knows that this wizard is powerful enough. He knows who this person is. He knows that they're powerful enough that they can snuff him out like that, faster than even Lenithon the dragon.
okay. Let's see. Slash R1 D4.
Why do you think Wenley is so nervous? Wizards are scary.
Yeah.
All right.
But you know Wenley, when she gets her temper up, she's not afraid to yell at anybody.
And Ellie and Nora just has trust issues, and anyone who screws with her, she will never forget.
Exactly.
All right. As he claps his hand, everyone, I want you to roll on the magical table, which is a 1d10.
Or the wild magic surge table,
Yeah.
the D10,000.
Yep.
Oh
Oh
dear.
crap. This is why we can't have nice things.
Well, I'm glad I stepped away from the group then.
Yep. 7301. Crap. I'm gonna open it up.
3028.
Okay, so Harky, you're the lowest. You, well, two, four. All right. Two. Harky, you feel on your teeth um, a sudden buckle to them as braces suddenly appear on them as you teleport in.
Hmm.
Um, let's see. For Archan, or Eleonora, you uh, are you a caster?
I am not.
Okay, then this does not apply to you. Um,
Well, you're the DM. You can tweak the wording of the wild magic surge if you want.
okay.
Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Sorry, Nora. Sorry, Jr.
I
Can't
mean,
even-
if it makes actually something if you have like have me re-roll it or something like that, I'm fine with it.
Harky immediately begins flapping of
What this?
Okay, and with 7 731, you oh
Oh, talking to Archan.
yeah, Archan, you oh and
Oh crap.
um this one
Karma.
also does not apply to you. Um,
I'm okay with you. No, seriously, I'm okay with you tweaking it in such a way if you want, so that it does apply to Archan.
no, no, no.
Okay.
If I reworked it, then it would be like not really applying since it would affect because this one it says its target's hair falls out, but obviously you don't have any hair, so
Okay.
Oh my god, I'm
Um,
so glad that didn't happen to Wenley. Holy shit. Lose her shit. Her hair's
Um,
down to her knees.
I'm willing to re-roll as well if you want, or we can just let it go. Or you could say because Dragonborn tend to have like, I don't want to say they're not tentacles per se, but they kind of look like it.
dreadlocks.
Almost, it's their equivalent of hair. Say that those fall off.
Do you need us to roll for you, Jack?
No.
What did you roll?
I'm looking for my dice box. Hang on just a second. Gonna move my backpack over here so I can get my dice out. I've been using the wisteria for Wenley.
I say Elminster's hair can fall out on behalf of Archan.
This is a percentile?
Yeah.
Okay.
D10,000.
That doesn't make any sense. I only have a percentile die. 28.
28.
Yeah. Multiply by 100.
Yeah.
That doesn't, because then you would never have anything less than 100. You'd have to roll twice. You roll once to.
You basically have to roll like 4d10.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Roll me 4d10 and just tell me the order. Like, roll
Yeah.
the first one, roll the second one, roll the fourth.
Wait, how have you been doing it up until now?
We have it on Roll20 where you can just have a custom roll.
Yeah. Yeah, doing the /R 1d10,000.
All right. Well, 28. And then 28. 40. 28, 40.
Okay, 2840. Which would be way up here. 2840. Oh, this one's sweet. Are you currently wearing any gloves?
Like little gauntlets, yeah.
As you teleport and get to the little bitty where the police and guards are at, um, you recognize your gauntlets turned into gloves, mittens.
Mittens?
Yep, mittens.
Oh my god.
It still has the same properties as before, but now it's multicolored mittens.
Wenley just exclaims, "Oh, for heaven's sake!"
um, as like each one of you have like some weird effect. Uh, Eleanor, I will get to your role once you do whatever you do. Because it was originally spells, but I might roll work it maybe. But so each one of you was able to teleport right into the uh, garden area where the thing is, and he pops on over, and it's like, I'm glad that each one of you have made it over. Something weird happened when we were uh making our way here.
Oh, really? We noticed.
Well, that's very cute mittens. You have to tell me where you got them.
I got them from some stray magic cast by an overexcited wizard.
Well, like I said before, you win some, you lose some. Luckily enough, none of your heads got chopped off.
Is that a thing? Whitley's looking around like, oh no! Oh no!
I'm imagining that Archan maybe didn't quite have his battle axe out, so as soon as he realizes where they're at, boom, it's back in. He does not draw it from his belt because he's not going to have a battle axe drawn in and amongst the city guard. He's like, nope. Nope. Hand up. It's like, what?
And like he walks up.
I thought you were transporting those two, not me.
Oh, don't worry. We're all good here. And he and besides, you guys have to be together. I'd rather not have like to teleport people back and forth, like with your human friend. And yeah, we will put you guys in story just for a second as we head towards host. What are you currently doing?
Well, I just think to myself after they teleported, gosh, I'm glad that I'm not with them. Because if some crazy thing happened to me, I would cut off that wizard's beard. Here with my trusty long sword. So, as I'm looking around into the different crime scene, how many guards are there right now?
Currently, there are 3 guards and 1 captain, and they're
Okay.
currently, shooing people away since it is an active crime scene. They don't want people to mess around with the body. They're taking
Understood. So, oh, I'm gonna. So I approach one of the guards, or to say, "Excuse me, sir.
um. What is it?
I wouldn't happen but notice that I'm very intrigued by this dead body. Do you mind if I help you out with this case?"
I mean, currently we're taking eyewitness um testimony. Any help would be good, but with this sort of stuff, we want to keep our own men posted, since there is a dead body involved.
Oh my
Well,
god.
I couldn't help but notice this about that. I am a blood hunter after all.
Dead is only a state of mind.
Hmm. Well,
Do you know?
obviously, there's not a whole lot of blood here, but perhaps you can use your skills as
Well, knowing one thing, and there wasn't a lot of blood, so it has to be connected. That's what I saw previously over at a tavern.
Uh,
I'm not sure if you heard about this, sir, but last night we investigated, and there was quite the commotion at a tavern's theater, and we found out there was a murder case in which this invisible, but now custodied, the person who did it is in custody, used a mysterious kind of weapon that can administer enough pressure and force as to really the mess up of the victim and possibly kill them. And it looks like we have the same situation.
so you were at last night's murder case? Uh,
Well, besides me, there was the other members of the group that I was with, including uh including a dragonborn. There was a cobalt. These guys assisted me, and I assisted them in the case. All that we knew about the person was that he had an invisibility spell, but luckily, thanks to a glass of wine, it turns out that we could sabotage that spell.
all right. Um, we would have to take you on in since you were involved. You were here to witness this as well as last night. As he points his spear towards you and patted you on the back as he um, takes you off to the thing. Are you going to try to arrest or resist?
Well, I do not want to resist arrest, as because as I helped the party out with arresting in that crook, so I want to help out the guards as much as possible.
Um, well, he takes you to where the rest of the party is currently at. Luckily enough, since it is locally right uh, near here-ish. The
I don't have the map on me, so I know that I'm near the pond and with the guards.
uh,
So
you're currently on the roll 20, correct?
yes,
Well,
I yes, but either way, so I'm with the guards at the pond, and the guards are telling me that I have to go to the police station with them.
yep. One of them said, "Come with me. There's some questions we would like to ask." As they take you, if we're not going to resist, they're going to take you to um, the court area um, where everyone else is currently at.
Okay, so I'm gonna be with the group shortly.
Yep,
Is
you're going.
okay.
While all this is happening, let's go back to the main group. With
So before we go back to the main group, I like to say to the guard, uh, if this can help out with the party and helping you out with who did this murdering case, I'll be more than happy to assist you.
we would appreciate any information you can provide.
Yes, let's let's go to the police station, and I bet the rest of the group was waiting for me there.
Alrighty, and then
Oh, and one more thing, sir.
yes.
I don't I don't trust us that old wizard. Uh, there's just something that's been on my mind about him. I don't know what, but it's very upsetting me. So,
What
oh,
wizard?
apparently, I stepped away from that man and that old man who teleported the rest of the group to the police station an area, and that old man and his appearance, I don't trust him. So Oh, that's why I wanted to assist you instead.
You tell us everything once we get there.
Yes.
All right.
Let's move on then, shall we?
All right. It will take you about 30 to 45 minutes to get there. As
Okay.
you let's as that goes on, you uh uh the rest of the group, the Jr. Harkey, Silver Scales, Winley, each one of you are currently in the um like sort of lockup um place where the guards are currently located. Um, and the sort of concierge person there. Um,
Okay. I was about to ask. So wait, did he teleport us into the cells, into the dungeon itself, or are we at least at the
No,
front desk?
yeah, you guys
well,
are.
yeah, we're like at the entrance area, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
You're
Yeah.
currently at the entrance
Yeah,
area.
definitely don't want to have an axe drawn in the cell.
Yep.
Um,
You guys are currently inside the in the front area, um, and you see in the little corner area, the little badger. The not little. The badger is currently being watched over by some local handlers that knows how to deal with
Is Wenley allowed to go to her?
yes.
Okay, Wenley just rushes to Columbine and throws her arms around Columbine's neck and buries her face in her fur and just says, I'm so sorry, my darling. I couldn't stop them from taking him. I'm so sorry. I've missed you so much. And just like hugs her really tight.
And the badger, seeing you, sort of
Yeah.
gets on its hind heels and just, you know,
Aww.
like, like, like sort of how dogs do when like the
Yeah.
who's like parents, like one of them is in the
Aww.
military and like they see each other for the first time and like they rush together and like, and you guys like it snuggles you like not super tight but tight enough to, like you know that feeling.
Yeah.
It's like one of those big dogs sort of rushing towards you. Like,
I've come to get you, darling. We're going to get out of here. You're going to come home with me. I
and
can take her now, right?
and you see the guy handler like get up, stretch. It's like yes, yes. They have been more of a um far too uh playful for us here at the office.
Well, yes. She's a growing badger and needs her exercise. I do hope her care was excellent.
Oh, don't worry. I mainly looked over her so she won't, Some of us here at the um little lockup area have been playing around with her. And
Oh, oh my god. That's so cute.
yeah, and we have a little gift for you
A
to get.
gift.
And
All right.
um she hands you a little bitty box with a ribbon on top. And by little I mean like it's little. Like
Okay.
to you it's like it looks like one of those ring boxes that you
Sure.
see at stores. So
Okay.
it's like you can put that on her if you would like, or him. What gender is
What
it?
is this?
Hmm?
I'll open the box. What is it?
Um, as you open it up, inside there's a uh, little bitty like clamp thing to put over like it's over the ear, where it's like
Whoa. Okay, so like a little earring. Okay.
yeah, it's not
What
really
does it do?
well. It's it's normally for circus performers. Usually people um me and the guards here usually go to circuses and we busted a very bad group of actors recently and we found this as inside their caravan and we just took it as evidence. However, it's completely safe. I made sure of that.
What does it do? Is it magical?
Oh, it's just a normal little thing to put on animals, as it's sort
I
of like
see.
makeup and stuff.
Oh, I see. Oh, well, thank you very much. This group, they're a carnival, you said.
Yes, a bad batch. The
I
very
see.
horrible people.
I'm connected with almost all of the players in this city. If you need to rehome some of these animals and make sure that they can continue the job they've been given, but with better keepers, do contact me. And I tell them the inn we're staying at, you can contact me there. And I'm willing to find them better homes. The people I work with, we love and value our animals. We work with them, like Columbine and I.
Well, I would be more than happy to get in contact with you. We love these animals, but with the recent string of murders around here, and
Yes. I
it,
was wondering, did you find anything out about that? He was a friend of mine, you know.
well, you see, the man who did the murder has not been so cooperative as he is currently.
I am very sure that my friends and I would like to question him.
Harky gets the biggest smile as electricity jumps between his fingers a bit.
No hockey, not in
Aw.
front of the popo.
Yeah, a quick question because I've been in
Yeah.
and out because of dinner. Or what? Who are we speaking with right now?
You're currently talking to the keeper of animals, like the person who usually is in charge of like looking over animals, taking care of them. I did not go into details about what they look like, but it is
Well, the main reason I was asking
yeah.
is that Eleanor would also want to say. But before we go question, would you mind directing us to Officer Brandt?
Officer Brandt.
Mm-hmm.
I have
Yes,
I
we
haven't
met
s-
him.
I haven't seen him today. He was at the pub last night with that murder, but I haven't seen him around this morning.
I thought Officer Brandt was a woman, but uh,
Yeah, Officer
yeah,
Brent is a woman.
yeah.
Maybe this person doesn't know them.
They know who Officer Brandt is, but they currently Officer Brandt is out of the office at the moment. So
I see.
I
Uh,
did send
we,
us a god.
she was a part of the investigation as well, and some of the information that we've managed to come up with might be of interest to her.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
well, we can certainly hand off
Do
the.
you have any way to send a message to her?
Well, I did send a little group of guards off to her home to get her. But if there's anything that you need to discuss with her, I'm gladly able to give her a little bitty note.
Was she supposed to be on duty today?
Of course, with the thing last night, she was the
But
one.
she's not here now.
Yeah, she's not here now, but she did send us a report last night, and she did say that she's going to be at her home um, for the rest of the night, and then she did not come in this morning. So,
Oh no.
Archan would look between Wenley and Nora,
Yeah,
just
Wenley
kind
is
of
the
that
man who's
knowing
like,
look.
I swear to
yeah.
God, if you've killed my contact.
and yeah, but if there's anything that you need to do, I can certainly send a little owl her way, or if not, I can take you on back. But the man has not been very talkative as he chopped off his own tongue.
What?
My.
What?
So,
How is this allowed to happen?
well,
Was there no God?
well,
You didn't search him for weapons? Wenley is just like right in like let me speak to your manager mode. Like instantly.
Wenley is now Karen.
Oh God! Oh no! Did Wenley just turn into a Karen? She's too tiny. She's too tiny and humble to be a Karen, but
um, yeah, but she, um, like, apparently the man had some a potion tablet inside of his mouth, so that dissolved his tongue apparently. So
Oh,
that
well, there are other ways to get in without them needing to speak. And at that, you would hear Archan crack the knuckles of his hand. We can get answers.
That's middle as fuck.
and
If you'll take us back.
If
maybe
I
we
may
can
be,
find some
if I may be
stories.
so bold, the fact that he had such a thing prepared would reasonably presume that there's kind of grander organization behind it. Someone who maybe would prepare for such eventualities as capture and not like their underlings to talk very much.
At which point Archan would pull out the piece of cloth that he took from his friend. I won't give her name yet, since Aman and I were talking in um, private messaging with the name of his friend. He would pull out the piece of cloth that he got from her hand and hold it up for Eleanor and everyone to see. The type of group that would wear something like this.
oh, isn't that may I see that for a second? And as she takes a
Archan would be holding on to it. He would not give it over. He'd say, "Yeah, you can see it,
she
but
takes
it's not leaving my body. Yeah, I am not letting go."
a they take a quick look at it up and down. Isn't that no? Hmm. That could hmm. Looks like a Xanathar's guide guild. Um, they have been
Hmm.
known to do various groups, but contracts, but never, you know, murder recently. There's been multiple leads with them going to connected with the recent thefts at places. Definitely around the market. And you see the sort of arch the wizard like, ah, I'll see. Uh, I might be able to allow our friend here to potentially tell us a little bit more about um, the group involved. And they
Sorry, I missed some stuff.
it's all good. Um, we just ID'd the cloth
The
that Archan picked up and stuff. It's like, and the wizard's going to be telling the group um um going to make the person talk one way or another. And with that, we are going to unless you guys want to continue on for a little bit further, we can end it here.
I was gonna say I had a feeling you were gonna do that. I'm cool with going on myself, but I'd say it's up to whatever everybody else is feeling.
You know what? I think that at the interrogation of the person and who did the first murder, or would be a good spot to end off on.
Yeah, I agree. Besides, we're gonna want to discuss it in character quite a bit before we actually interrogate, right?
Yeah,
Figure out
yeah.
like
So
what
just
we.
to clarify, we mean the two of you mean we actually interrogate or wait till next session.
Yeah, you can try to interrogate today, but it'll go on longer since we're already at 2 hours. Um, or we can do it next week and have a more fleshed out interrogation.
I
Yeah,
would like a fleshed out interrogation.
I
Yeah,
agree
same
with the
here.
flushed out interrogation.
So,
All right.
oh, here's a thought. We could discuss it in character tonight, what we want to do, and then actually have the interrogation start with the interrogation next week.
I am fine with that. If you guys want.
I tend to keep rather fastidious notes, so if that helps,
All right.
I can basically be the stenographer and keep tabs on what everybody's thoughts are.
All right.
Who's going to do what. Whether or not we actually act upon that is another story, since Archan is not entirely happy right now and could go rogue
Oh
ish
no!
on the person if he's not thrilled by their answers.
Well, wait. How are we gonna get answers? Are they having a cleric to come and cast regrowth?
Maybe.
Well, that is one option,
That's an
regeneration,
option.
or Archan was probably going to go with. So this is what I was thinking. Yeah, this is so going a little meta. Archan's thought is they don't need to be able to speak. If they still have eyelids, they can blink once or blink twice, or we can have them do something to indicate a yes or a no. It's not the best, but it can at least get us in.
Answers are
And if
nice.
he has to break a kneecap or two,
There's also there's always speak with dead.
that is true.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, if we can get a cleric, ooh, that's good.
Yeah, because
So
aren't
maybe
they-
okay. So
But
actually,
we'll have
so
to wait until after the execution. Well, okay, so here's the thing with executions though. It is the crime for murdering another person in the city is typically execution. But
yeah,
are
kind of
traveling players considered citizens or not? Are they given protections under the law? It's like I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm
I was gonna
nervous.
say murdering a citizen without justification, death
Yep.
or hard labor up to 10 years, and damages up to
Mhm.
1,000 GP paid to the victim's kin.
Yep.
So
While you all are
ooh,
working with this, Eleonora is going to go over and say, Can you tell me what Officer Brent's house is?"
Hmm. Sorry, I was just out talking with someone. Um, well, you see,
Yeah.
the she currently lives, you know, quite a ways away on the this sort of um on the bigger street where it intersects with the street of swords, which would be right here ish, and she currently lives right in that little area in a more of a rustic house. So if there's you could hear back from the search party anytime soon.
I'm not in the mood to wait. As a
I think
representative of House Raptirix of Loudwater, I request an escort to head to there myself.
Oh.
Um, I can certainly take you
I
there
think seeing
myself.
this, Archan would probably look to Nora and say, if you want to go see what the office, make sure the officer is safe. Harky.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
I'm
Harky, would
very
you like to
sorry.
go with the Lady Nora?
Uh, remember, crazy magic and negotiation don't mix.
I'll take that as a yes.
Should we go, Columbine and I?
If you wish, and I can stay here too with the wizard, and we can interrogate the prisoner.
All right, so I'm assuming that Harky, um, the and the two females of the group are going to be going um, to meet, figure out what's happening, and host um, Kester and Silver Scales are going to be staying with the wizard, if I'm correct.
Wait, who in Archan?
Um, host and Archan.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Yeah.
Kester.
Well, eventually, yeah, because especially since eventually he's gonna get there. I don't think is he there yet.
Yeah, he's there.
I was gonna say, has Caster arrived yet?
Yeah, at this point, you guys, when you the Bane on Hangout, Caster has just arrived,
Okay.
um,
Okay.
and is currently being questioned. You provide all the information that you need, and they just send you on the way, um, Caster.
All right, it
Caster.
sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
So,
If you want to stay,
oh.
the two of us can interrogate the prisoner,
Yeah,
the assassin from the other night. Oh, wait.
Yeah, I think we should do that as soon as possible. But let's do that next session.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We'll definitely.
Okay.
Well, that's why I was saying in character. That's Archan was saying to Caster, "Do you want to stay with me?" In character.
Yeah, certainly.
Nora, this is Archan again. Nora, if I may be so bold, maybe you want to take a company of guards with to the officer's house just in case.
Need all the help I can get, so why not?
Well, I'm more than happy to accompany you. The situation with the woman is the captain has the guards that I sent have not reported back just yet, so I'm happy to accompany you with a friend of mine, so we can make sure nothing out of the strange happens.
Okay, so we're all going to Brant's house, correct?
Wenley, Nora, Harky, and a guard or two. And
Yeah, whereas
they said
Archan
nothing
and Castor
strange.
is staying with the wizard to
they say
interrogate the assassin.
Okay.
And they're saying hopefully nothing
Yes.
happens out of the ordinary or crazy happens with Harky around.
Essentially, we're splitting the party and sending the wild magic sorcerer to probably where we shouldn't.
Well, let's
to a
figure that
possible
out next
battle
time.
zone.
We have a week to discuss where everyone is and why. Like, I don't know where my character.
We can flesh it
All right.
for sure.
So, as we pan on out, the camera for our lovely campaign goes back to that underground sewage area, as there is currently the contact that you also happily have gotten, Eleonora. It's currently chained on up. As in the shadows you hear, well. Hopefully we won't have to take someone's life, but the gods have certainly been tipping their hands a little bit too much inside of the cookie jar. As you see multiple tentacles forming around the sphere as the camera goes dark. And that is where we're going to end our session today. Oh, you missed something important, Eleonora. Yeah, your contact is currently chained up.
Kinky.
God damn it, Obed Marsh! I told you not to summon Cthulhu in Waterdeep.
But our characters don't know this yet.
No, your characters.
Yeah.
This is away from where you guys are currently at. Because.
God damn it! If whatever that is kills Brant, I'm gonna be so mad.
You're gonna be mad. She's my girl.
Wow, your girl?
Yeah, my contact.
Oh, contacts, quote unquote contacts. Yeah, I get it. Sure.
Girls, you're all pretty.
Ah, my God.
Well, yeah, I know, but that doesn't really help yours now, does
it? But yeah, Brent is a cool character, and I really want to talk to her more.
I hopefully you guys are currently what level are you guys again? 4?
3.
3.
Yeah, we're level 3.
Okay. To more handle handle the upcoming situation, I would say you guys all deserve an level up.
Level 4! Level 4! Woo!
I don't know what I get.
Yep, all of you are currently level 4. So you can either start multi-classing or take the features or +2. I'm allowing you guys to choose between increasing your stat or increase using a feature. So.
Yeah, okay.
Level 4! Level 4!
Yeah.
Harky is now even more charismatic.
All right. Gonna roll my hit dice.
Let's just say, hopefully, this level up will help you guys not die. Because there's 3 options of what is going to go down.
That's not exactly comforting, but okay.
Are we doing the thing where we re-roll ones? If we roll a 1 on our hit die,
Yeah.
can we re-roll? Okay, thank you.
Because that's going to be a dick move.
Okay, 7. That's much better. Yay!
Yeah, and let's just say, you guys will definitely have three option outcomes of what's gonna happen. One one good, one bad, and one extremely bad, depending on your actions of what I have planned. One
Oh
Yeah,
dear.
that's not comforting.
one could potentially kill half the party, and one can actually just destroy the whole world.
Well,
Uh.
that makes things interesting, I guess.
Yeah, that.
Okay.
Save the day, kill the party, destroy the world.
Sure.
Well, I have to increase the stakes somehow. You guys are just going around doing merry-go-round sort of stuff.
Hey,
I want to
hey,
increase.
there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with cozy adventures. Nothing wrong with cozy adventures.
Yeah, I'm just taking the stat increase to give me a little tick up in charisma and also a tick up in constitution. So if I wanted to multi-class in something that required constitution 13, I could.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ah, you know, when you guys said that you're going to essentially summon Cthulhu, I am being serious at the moment. That is an extremely bad situation. If things go worse to where.
Yeah, Cthulhu for target. Finglumi de Gluna, Cthulhu Wagalaga for target.
Oh,
I'm just going to be frank with you guys since I love you guys so much as players.
so basically it's the wild magic sorcerer's fault. I mean, that's what you're telling us right now, right?
Yeah,
Parky.
Innocent whistling.
yeah. Basically, like if things happened in this situation, and I have to have you roll for wild magic surge, I'll just tell you straight up, it was actually going to be random. Where if um, you roll, I'm going to have you roll a d20 each time, Dawn. And if you get a certain number, then things are going to go very badly. I'm just telling you up front as a warning. So anyway, let's go down the list, introduce ourselves, tell us where everyone is, and tell me one thing that you hope that won't happen. Next few sessions. Starting with our lovely, lovely Cobalt Harky. Don, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Name's Don. I fuck around on Steam, on Discord. Currently looking for a vampire game, but that's besides the point. And well, one thing I don't want to happen is the world to end in a ball of wriggling, writhing tentacles covering everything, like the spells Arms or Hunger of Hadar just got severely out of control. Yeah.
That's fair.
Next, true that. Next up, host.
Yes. Uh, you can call me Logan if you want to. But either way, I'm just a gamer. Looking forward to the next session, and I pray to God that I get to slay a Cthulhu and not get killed by a Cthulhu.
Uh, hopefully. Hopefully. Next up,
Anyways, got a jam. Bye.
see you around. Next up, our lovely, lovely um, uh, Bard, which keeps our little group together for the most part,
Oh.
is
Mhm.
Jack.
Yes. Jack, also known as Shu. You can find me at Shu Pixie on Twitter or Tumblr. Not much to report. I do old school gaming, modern gaming, story games. I do it all. I make games. If you want to check out the games I've made, just hit me up. And yeah, that's it.
All right. Next up is one of our newer players that came alongside host, JR.
Hey, JR Kyle, Casual Shadow JR, and most of his socials. And the most important thing that I hope doesn't happen is I hope Brant doesn't die. Please do not kill her.
Trust me, I will keep the dying to the minimum because I do need you guys to,
Well,
start
it's up
getting
to
to.
us.
Yeah, it's up to you guys. I will try not to
Depends
have
on
too
what
many
you do.
death-defying maneuvers that you guys have to do, but yeah, I hope to God that you guys don't have to dip into your um, character area, second or third character, and throughout this. And I have an interesting idea with you guys with potentially reviving your original character.
Tentacles, tentacles,
Yeah.
tentacles.
Tentacle, tentacle, tentacle.
And last,
Oh dear.
and lastly, our one of our most favorite characters of all is sort of the muscles of our group, the one that makes the most sense of everything that is thrown at him. RP3, Theo Logan. Theo Logan.
Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, the muscle now that Zaryutok kind of went off, now that we don't have Zaryutok, I guess. Yeah, hey y'all, it's RPG Theologian. That's how you'll find me on Twitter and here on Discord. I don't do too much beyond, well, one being a full time PhD student, mostly theology, comparative religion, ethics, all that. I spend a lot of time doing research, but when I'm not researching, including doing research for the Tuesday game, such as learning Draconic, uh, maybe I'll get to catch up on that soon ish. I'm pretty much just kind of bit of a lurker on a couple different Discord servers, listening to what everybody else is saying. But yeah, otherwise just having a blast. And as far as something that I hope does not happen, it'd be nice if the world does not end. If Cthulhu takes over, well, then at least the world will still be there. But just as long as the world doesn't have,
Only until Cthulhu eats it.
well, detail. Hopefully we can
Cthulhu
try
for
to
Oh
stop.
president. Why go for the lesser evils?
Oh dear.
Or okay, fine, even better. I hope that we don't run into a TPK, which could end up leading to Cthulhu taking over anyway. In which case, long live Cthulhu! All hail Cthulhu! Long may he reign.
Cthulhu, because you think things are mad now.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
You thought
Yeah,
Trump was bad.
Cthulhu.
Actually, no, Cthulhu's better.
Are we
Sorry.
still live? Are we still live?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone's still alive. All of you leveled up.
No. Are we
No,
still live?
live. We're still.
Yeah.
This is still a live stream.
Okay,
Yeah, we're still
okay.
live streaming.
Okay.
But with that, we all love you guys. Thank you for watching. And if you like these people, please do just follow them. Give them all the love in the world. I personally love each and every one just because they bring the most out of the story more than I do. They have the craziest ideas, and I love it so much with their with some of their things. And but yeah, see you all next week as we continue on down this wack and weird world of Dungeons and Dragons.